What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Get this, Deontay Wilder wants to fight Oleksandr Usyk. The Bronze Bomber says that he would like to fight the unified heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk. Wilder possesses the power to take Usyk out with one single punch. However, before a potential clash with Usyk can happen, the former WBC champ Wilder still needs to win his comeback fight against Robert Helenius October 15th. Wilder is jumping right back into the thick of things by battling the dangerous Helenius and wanting to challenge the unbeaten Usyk, which is 20-0 with 13 KOs for his 3 titles. Usyk says he wants to fight the WBC champion Tyson Fury next, but that matchup may not happen due to Gypsy King's request for a boatload of money. He said, "Yeah, me too," said Wilder about fighting Usyk. "I'll fight them all. The future is bright. The king is back. Ain't no excitement going through unless I'm here. I'm back by popular demand. I was sitting at home chilling, enjoying my family," said Deontay Wilder. Wilder says, of course, he wants to fight Oleksandr Usyk. Let me counterpunch. For a lot of reasons, this fight should happen. Wilder versus Usyk. It's a great matchup. Wilder would then be fighting for the unified title this time instead of just the WBC that he's been chasing since he's lost it. And I think he has an inside track with, guess who? Malik Scott. Malik Scott trains and spars with Usyk on a regular basis, so he knows him quite well. He's astonished by his skill and his ability, and he flaunts it and talks about it all the time. But that could be good for Wilder simply because Malik Scott knows boxing, and most importantly, Malik Scott knows Oleksandr Usyk. So that would be a good fight to prepare Wilder for, simply because he's educated with Oleksandr Usyk. On top of that, Usyk and Wilder have said some Cold War style things about each other, where Wilder said Usyk was too small when we heard that Usyk was talking about going to heavyweight back 3 or 4 years ago. Okay, this is back before he knocked out Tony Bellew. He was contemplating going to the heavyweight division and taking on everybody there. And guys like Wilder, White, etc., thought that he was too small. Now, Usyk has also said this about Deontay Wilder, and he has said that Wilder talks too much. Needless to say, that's the same thing he recently said about Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, but I think he said that about Wilder first, because Wilder was a brash, loudmouth, rambunctious type of guy. And he, like Mike Tyson, named himself the baddest man on the planet. Okay, so I think that those guys should fight. It gives Deontay Wilder something else to get up for. It gives him another opponent besides obsessing and chasing Tyson Fury for the WBC. Now he has 4 belts, including the Ring magazine, that he could pick up easily if he could land that one shot. But what does that really mean? Could he beat Usyk? Well, you got a guy with a right-hand cannon like Wilder, probably one of the most devastating one-punch punchers that we have in the sport today. Definitely, I would vote for him being that. But could he take Usyk out with one shot? He could. Possible? Sure. Probable? More than likely not. Okay, simply because Usyk, I feel, can outbox pretty much everybody in the heavyweight division. But then again, he is shorter. Wilder has the height, he has the reach, he definitely has the power. But then here's the thing: does he have the gas tank? Okay, because he's going to need to carry that into the later rounds, from rounds 1 to rounds 12, if he needs any chance of getting Usyk out of there. Okay, so it will be a touch and go fight. It will be similar of how Luis Ortiz was outboxing Wilder until the boom happened. Okay, the bomb actually ignited on Luis Ortiz's face. Okay, so that could possibly happen, and it would be exciting all the way through, because we don't know when Wilder's going to throw that punch to end the show. It would be almost equivalent of watching a David Tua fight. You see Tua lose round after round after round after round, and then boom, something happens. Then Tua gets that fighter out of there. That's the same as with Wilder. He brings that excitement to that type of fight. He brings that element of knowing that, hey, this fight could be over with one punch. But I think Wilder, though, honestly needs to come off his high horse, keep training with Malik Scott, because one punch doesn't always get these fighters out of there, okay? And you have to fight these other fighters to know if they can take that one shot, okay? So, yeah, he's hit Fury. Fury's got up. He's knocked out Brazil. He's knocked out Luis Ortiz. But both of those guys did try to get up. In fact, Luis Ortiz in the second rematch, was up on his feet, and so he wasn't completely knocked out like Spilka. So you don't get a Spilka-style knockout all the time. Okay, so the perception of Wilder being that one-punch knockout artist, I don't think is necessarily true. But he can change a fight with one devastating shot. Okay, there is a difference. Okay, but both of those options are very bad for whoever he hits. Okay, if you're hurt very badly and you're on the brink of getting knocked out, or you're knocked out, you're still in bad shape. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Deontay Wilder wanting a crack at Oleksandr Usyk. Let's see if we can make that fight happen. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.